We begin today's wrestling news and rumors video with some huge news coming out of last night's edition of Monday Night Raw, which saw a few major returns occur, with the biggest one being none other than the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar. Now before we get into all the news and speculation regarding the underlying sad news about Brock Lesnar's return last night on Raw, let's firstly go over two other major returns which occurred during the show. Because for those of you unaware, much to the surprise of fans, AJ Styles initiated the returns of the Good Brothers Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, who came to AJ Styles' side against the Judgment Day, who initially thought that they had secured AJ Styles for the faction, only for AJ Styles to completely swerve Finn Balor and the rest of Judgment Day with Anderson and Gallows' returns. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows' returns were definitely shocking to say the least, and few fans could have expected that to happen, and by all means with Triple H now in charge of creative for WWE on the main roster, the OC will most definitely be receiving some great booking moving forward, so these returns are certainly more than worthwhile, and it showcases that WWE have some big plans up their sleeves when it comes to the former WWE champion AJ Styles. While Finn Balor has been doing some great work in the Judgment Day faction recently, when Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson returned, there's no doubt that many fans wanted to see Finn Balor eventually join AJ Styles and the Good Brothers in the OC sometime down the line in the near future. But according to one of our sources, Finn Balor won't be leaving his Judgment Day faction for the foreseeable future. New backstage reports indicate that WWE plan a rivalry between the OC and Judgment Day for the immediate future, although down the line there is reportedly a very good chance that Finn Balor will eventually align with AJ Styles, Carl Anderson, and Luke Gallows, though again, not too soon. Regardless, for the time being, a feud between the OC and Judgment Day will certainly be very exciting, and this really adds some new intrigue to the Raw brand, and the season premiere of the show kickstarted in a great way for sure with the OC reuniting. Let us know your thoughts on Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows' returns last night on Raw, and were you firstly surprised by their comebacks, and as well, what are your thoughts on a feud between Judgment Day and the OC moving forward? Now the other major return on the season premiere of Monday Night Raw this week was Brock Lesnar, who completely caught fans off guard when Bobby Lashley was just getting set to defend his United States Championship against Seth Rollins, and Brock Lesnar proceeded to destroy and dismantle Bobby Lashley, leaving the champion extremely vulnerable to Seth Rollins, who essentially angered Bobby Lashley into going through with a US title match. And by all means, that was not likely a great decision on Bobby's part to go ahead with a title match against Seth Rollins when he was so compromised, and the end result was Seth Rollins defeating Bobby Lashley to become the new United States Champion. And while many fans are happy to finally once again see Seth Rollins win a championship belt in WWE, a lot are sort of baffled as to why Brock Lesnar returned to set his sights on Bobby Lashley, and we have the answers you're looking for. And with the latest news revealed, there is a bit of a sad element to Brock Lesnar's latest return on Raw this week. Now according to one of our sources, the first and foremost reason why WWE had Brock Lesnar go after Bobby Lashley following his return on Raw is because Triple H felt like Seth Rollins deserved a title run after being championship-less for so long. And WWE did not want Bobby Lashley to lose cleanly to Seth Rollins to lose any momentum, so Brock's unexpected interference gave the company a very easy way for Seth Rollins to get the upper hand over Bobby Lashley and win the United States Championship. But more so than that, a new Backstage Rumor has revealed that the plan as of right now is to have Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar at the upcoming Crown Jewel 2022 Premium Live event in Saudi Arabia this November. And Brock Lesnar costing Lashley the US Championship was really the kickstarter of the reinvigorated feud. In all honesty, Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley is still very much a money match in WWE, and one that a lot of fans wanted to see happen once again, especially now that Triple H is in charge of creative. But like we mentioned, there is reportedly a sad element to Brock's comeback ahead of Crown Jewel. A breaking new behind-the-scenes rumor has leaked that Brock Lesnar's return last night on Raw will basically signal the beginning of Brock's final run in WWE, with Brock Lesnar's contract set to expire following Crown Jewel 2022, and that basically until any kind of a new deal is reached, which may not happen right away, Brock Lesnar will be done in WWE following his rumored match against Bobby Lashley in Saudi Arabia. So WWE have decided on Bobby Lashley as Brock's final opponent on this current contract that Lesnar has with WWE. A lot of fans feel this was the perfect return storyline for Brock Lesnar, with many feeling Lesnar does not need to be chasing the World Championship at this stage of his career, and can be a great addition to the mid-card scene. And while WWE have had Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley in the past, there's no doubt that more fans are excited this time around with Triple H booking things. So it is very likely that Brock Lesnar will go out on a high note with this upcoming feud with Bobby Lashley, win or lose. Now, if this feud with Bobby Lashley heading into Crown Jewel 2022 is the last ride, so to speak, for Brock Lesnar in WWE, the Beast Incarnate has definitely had a great run in WWE these last few years, and he will be finishing up his career on a high note. And in all honesty, the fact that Brock won't be chasing after the undisputed WWE Universal Championship is likely the right decision. Now, with that being said, there is always a chance that WWE will decide to re-sign Brock Lesnar in the future for a few more matches, but for the immediate future, Crown Jewel 2022 apparently seems to be Brock's final in-ring appearance, and hopefully Lesnar and Lashley will deliver fans a great performance at Crown Jewel. Bray Wyatt shock return at the Extreme Rules 2022 Premium Live event over the weekend, not surprisingly took over the wrestling world, and it is really all that fans have been talking about ever since. And while last night's edition of Monday Night Raw was a season premiere episode, and most fans would have expected for Bray Wyatt to make an appearance on the show, Bray Wyatt was nowhere to be seen on Raw this week, and that did disappoint quite a few fans who were expecting Bray Wyatt to make a longer appearance on Raw, after just briefly appearing at Extreme Rules at the very end of the show. However, fans definitely don't need to worry, as WWE revealed that Bray Wyatt will be featured on Friday Night SmackDown later this week, with the company promoting Wyatt for SmackDown during Raw last night, and according to one of our sources, there may be a huge confrontation on the blue brand this week that will certainly set the groundwork for a major feud that will be happening in WWE to close out 2022. Like we had mentioned in a previous video, WWE reportedly do plan for Bray Wyatt to eventually set his sights on Roman Reigns' undisputed WWE Universal Championship, and a new rumor has leaked that Triple H and WWE are considering for Bray Wyatt to unveil his new Wyatt family on SmackDown, potentially even this week, and then the new Wyatt family would immediately set their sights on Roman Reigns and the Bloodline faction, with Bray Wyatt's new Wyatt family destroying the Bloodline in a shocking ambush on SmackDown, which will kickstart the feud between the new Wyatt family and the Bloodline, and that feud will reportedly begin following Crown Jewel 2022.